So what would you say to someone who thinks like it's the end of the world? I just lost my job. What the fuck do I do with my life? Like, how do they find their, like, what would be the, because I also feel like sometimes, and I'm a big proponent of this, people will just take a job because they have to. And I get that. Sometimes you got to pay your bills, right?
110%. You're going, how am I going to pay my bills?
But you were able to figure it out with something you actually love to do, right? So what's your advice to someone like, okay, I just lost a job, but I don't want to just pick up any job. Of course I will in the meantime.
Sometimes if you have to do that, you have to side hustle. So you got to get that job that brings and pays your bills, but you absolutely are going to be miserable for the rest of your life if you don't tap into what makes you happy and at least start that as a side hustle. Yeah. It takes a lot out of you. If I would have, and I was close to having to just go get a job in a different field or take something I didn't really want to. If I would have gone any longer, I couldn't have just sustained that. It's not like I was rich, So I legitimately would have done that, but I still would have done this on the side. Yeah. I would have found a way to do what I love on the side. And sometimes, as an adult, you forget things you love. You just forget things you love. I wanted to say this because I was thinking about it, like the content here and what we're talking about. When I was really, really down and really depressed, I legitimately was thinking, how can I pull myself out of this? And even before I got my sponsor and even a little bit after, I was still kind of down. And I think that I was actually thinking back to what I liked when I was younger. Like, what did you like when you were younger? What made you happy? And I legitimately was like remembering things like perfume I used to wear in high school or this, little things I used to like to eat. And then I actually started just buying those things. And it's so weird. I smelled a perfume from high school that brought back so many good memories. Yeah. And sometimes it's a tiny little step in the right direction of getting your mentality.
It brings a vibration up.
It does. Yeah.
And it's true. Like you have to, the best time of your life as a kid, they haven't been judged yet. Right. There's no worries.
No worries.
They live life. They do stuff because they want to do stuff. And it is important for us to bring ourselves back to those kids and start, we talked about this on the radio, but you haven't heard the story. So I meet with all these spiritual friends and they told me, Geena, you're lacking like joy in your life. You got to do something that brings you joy. And I'm like, what brings you joy? And I legitimately didn't have an answer. Like how you said, perfume brings you like joy,
just little things.
Another, I was like, they're like, what do you get excited about? I was like, nothing. Like, how sad is that? Like, there's nothing, right?
Right.
But then I thought about it. And claw machines, the ones that you go play?
Girl, I know. I heard. I was in the car.
They literally bring me so much joy. And so my boyfriend said, fine, we're going on a Friday night. We're going to go drive around San Diego and play claw machines. Yeah. So we went to 2 Denny's and we went to Dave & Buster's. I won 13 stuffed animals.
I was listening to you on the radio when you told that story. And
I'm still happy about it right now. I've only gone one time, Right. And so I do think it's important to find, I hope I can find more than just claw machines that bring me that much enjoyment.
But wasn't it good?
But and someone may think, well, how is that going to help me get a job, right?
Right.
But when you start doing that stuff, it brings your vibration up as a person, which brings in these blessings and these opportunities.
It does.
And it makes you more creative even, right?
I agree. Yeah. Because it's baby steps. You're going to tell yourself a million big things you have to do. Like, I got to get a job. I have to do this. I have to send out resumes. You're going to panic. But sometimes it's just that little uplifting minute that you get where you just go, oh, it could be worse, you know? And then it might just guide you. And I think with me, it was just crazy because I went from such a low. I really was at a low.
Yeah,
because
I remember I had dinner with you around that time.
I mean, it's very visible. Like everybody knew me from that job.
Yeah, so like, are you embarrassed
everybody
or whatever?
I talked to, and you know what? It was the best thing that ever. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. You know why?
Absolutely.
No ego, zero ego whatsoever. I mean, you will eat humble pie losing a job on TV real quick. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I didn't have an ego anyway. But if whatever I had was gone, and you know what? I have no shame. Like I really don't. And so that didn't define me, but it really did do a number on me mentally. But the minute I started to just kind of go, okay, no, I've got this. You're better than this. When my husband was like, dude, look at all your followers. They're all here. Like that's worth something to people, Yeah. And then once I became open to it, it's weird how everything came. Yeah. 2 months after, when I got my sponsor, I got contacted by, it was UCSD, and they made me their humanitarian of the year. I'm like, what? Awesome. I'm not kidding. They said from all the times you've taught at the schools and all the kids you've taught over the years and how you've done this and done this, they knew things about me I didn't. I'm like, wow.
And that was when you were out of a job.
Yes.
When they gave you the award.
And they had already picked me for that. And
that's cool.
And there's only Paula Abdul got it and Shannon Elizabeth, and I was the third.
Wow. That's amazing, Jodi.
And I think once you just you let the universe help you, it takes you there. And like I said, I would not think I'd be doing TikToks right now, but, I'm about it.
TikTok famous,
when I go in a room and people are like, you do TikToks? I'm like, hell yeah, I do TikToks.
And you do them damn good.
I like them. It's fun. I got to shoot some today because, I have to wait till I have my hair and makeup done. Like, then I can...